Have you ever found yourself staring at something again and again? Something simple, like a word or a sign, just trying to understand what it means or why it catches your eye? That's how English often begins, not with answers, but with quiet observation. One of the best ways to learn English is through stories. They help you notice how the language really moves, the rhythm it follows in real life. If you want to absorb English through moments that stay with you, like this one, be sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to EnglishPulse. It was Ava's second day in Prague. She had no real plans. No museum tickets, no restaurants in mind. She only had a pair of good shoes and a small map folded in her back pocket. The sky was gray, but the streets were gold and stone, soft and shining from the night's rain. She walked without a destination, letting the city lead her. The first clock appeared near a tram stop. Old, square, fixed high on a concrete pole. Its hands were thick and black. It pointed to 9:43. Nothing special. She kept walking. But then, just a few blocks later, she saw another one. This one was round, fixed to a wall above a shop. It showed the same time, 9:43, but the second hand was ticking slowly. She stopped and watched it for a moment, listening to the sound of traffic behind her. The second hand jumped forward. Tick. Tick. She didn't know why, but from that moment on, she started looking for clocks. She wasn't checking the time. She wasn't in a hurry. She just started noticing them. One above a pharmacy. Another near the entrance to a metro station. One inside a bakery window, where a woman was arranging loaves of bread behind glass. Every clock told the same story in a different way. Some moved smoothly, some jumped forward each second. Some were modern, digital, bright red numbers on a black screen. Others looked like something from another century, with faded Roman numerals and thin golden hands. She didn't take photos. She didn't write anything down. She just watched. At one point, she passed a tall man who was also staring at a clock. Their eyes met for half a second. No words. He nodded once, as if to say, "You too?" Then he walked away. She smiled. Later, around noon, she stood in a quiet square, looking up at a tower with an enormous clock. The famous astronomical one, with its strange spinning wheels and moving statues. A group of tourists waited below it, cameras ready. But Ava stayed behind, in the shadow of a building, just watching. The bells rang. People cheered. The figures turned. But her eyes stayed on the hands. They moved forward slowly, as they always had. And yet, something inside her felt different. As if she had been walking through a silent story all morning, a story only she had been following. That night, back in her hotel room, she looked at her own watch for the first time all day. It had stopped. Exactly at 9:43. She laughed, softly. Then took it off, placed it on the bedside table, and turned out the light. In today's story, you learned phrases like walked without a destination, let the city lead her, pointed to, started noticing, told the same story in a different way, and placed it on the bedside table. These are natural ways to describe small moments, deep thoughts, and quiet discoveries. We also used the past simple and past continuous together to create smooth, flowing narration. We post new stories every day to help you feel the rhythm of English as it really lives. Like the video, subscribe to English Pulse, and tell us in the comments, what's the last small thing you kept noticing without knowing why? See you in the next video.